Hi guys. So I wanted to come on really quick and just say that whoever is a works-based religion, a works-based salvation, that you are putting yourself up on a pedestal and you are saying, look what I've done, look what I need to do. And other people are looking at you and they're praising you for the things that you've done. They're complimenting, look at how faithful you are, look, any kind of compliment. And you are in turn getting your reward now here on earth for the good works that you've done and for the things that you're doing here. And all of that is going to burn up. There's not going to be any reward for that in heaven. And you are also putting yourself on the cross as if you had anything to do with it, as if you are the one that is forgiving yourself. And when Jesus is the one that came and shed his blood and died on the cross for you. And instead of saying, look what I've done, you need to look at what he's done. Look at the things that he has done for you and that he is continuing to do for you. He said that he would never leave you nor forsake you. What does that mean? Does that mean if you're good today that he'll be with you, but then tomorrow if you sin, he's going to leave? That's why the scribes and the Pharisees back in the Bible time, they were under and they were bound by the law of Moses. And that's why they hated Jesus so much, was because he was coming to change the world and he was coming to free everybody from the law that was given. Because the law of Moses was pre-Messiah. Jesus came and said, it is finished. And that means that it is done. We are not bound by the law of Moses anymore. And if you want to go by the law of Moses and you want to go by the commandments, then if you've broken one of those commandments, you've broken them all. And if you do that, then Jesus says that that is punishable by death. So if you want to go by that, then you're living under a false religion and a false teaching. And there are so many religions. I can name a dozen religions that are a works-based religion, and you have to do works in order to receive worthiness and salvation. And if you believe in a works-based salvation, then you are in a false religion. You are not in a faith-based relationship. You are in a works-based religion, because the Christian faith, the true Christian faith, is a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's a personal relationship. It has nothing to do with works-only salvation. Baptism is a work. Baptism alone does not save you. We baptize because it is something that the Lord has commanded us to do, and we do it because we love him and we want to show our obedience to him. But baptism alone does not save you. Like so many like to believe, and so many preachers like to say. And instead of putting yourself up and allowing others to see the good person that you are and the things that you've done, and look at this money that you've spent and look at all these works that you've done, you're getting your reward now, and you have nothing built up in heaven. You have no treasures built in heaven. Not saying that you should work to earn treasures. You should do it out of the love for the Father. You shouldn't be doing it because you want something in return. But instead of you saying, look what I've done, look what I need to do, look at what I have, look at what he's done. Look at what he's done for you, and look at what he says, and look at his promises that he will never leave you or forsake you. Another promise, no one will pluck you from his hand. I could go on and on and on. Those are his promises. He promises that you are a child of God if you place your faith in him. Now, if you sin, you mess up. We all sin and we all mess up. And if somebody says that they don't sin, then they are believing the lie of Satan. And that's another thing. Satan is God's counterfeit. He will always take everything of God's and he will twist it just enough, and people will fall for the lie because it sounds good. And all the while, it's a false teaching, and it's a false religion, and it's a false scripture. And that's exactly what's happened here. Is Satan, the counterfeit, has twisted the word just enough so that people will fall for it. And he's laughing all the way to the bank, because people believe that you have to work and be a good person and give money, and it's all for show. It's all for the look at me factor. It's all for the look how holy I am, look at how righteous I am, just like they did in the Bible times and with the Pharisees and the scribes. They were always doing that. Look at how holy I am. Look at everything, and look at what Jesus said to them. Look at the things that he did to them. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with Jesus and his sacrifice and his shed blood for you. So next time you want to say, I need to do this, you need to look at what he's done. And just like Chad Thomas from Watchman on the Wall 88, he says, religion says do, but Jesus says done. And that's exactly right. Religion says you must do this in order to be saved, but Jesus says it's already done. It is finished. So with that, I love you. May you have a good rest of your day or evening.